Sadie took her glass up once and told her best friend, Jennifer, that her boyfriend, Kevin, is going to propose to her. She invited her best friend to be her bridesmaid. It's our sweet kiss between good friends, meaning that it's settled. At the weekend, Sadie and Kevin drove to their suburban villa. When they arrived at their destination, Sadie couldn't stop being excited and happy. She took off her coat and ran to the river. Kevin didn't care about the cigar in his mouth, so he immediately ran after her. They came to the river and jumped into the water together. After a burst of passion, they returned to the villa. Sadie took the clothes to the laundry. After that, she goes to the room with the wine, ready to serve Kevin once. Kevin lost his mind then. But in the process, Sadie pepper sprayed him in an operation. Then Sadie picked up a piece of wood and knocked Kevin out. By the time Kevin woke up again, he was tied to a chair. It turned out that in the laundry room, Sadie saw her boyfriend's mobile phone. On screen was the message sent by her best friend. However, the adultery between the two people was completely exposed. Sadie learned by text that Kevin told Jennifer that he would break up with her at the weekend. What's more, they had had an affair for a long time, and the content of the short message was ambiguous and lewd. Such betrayal and contempt made Sadie angry and made them pay the price. Then she sent a text message to Jennifer on Kevin's cell phone, said that Sadie had left the villa by herself, and asked Jennifer to come over. Jennifer didn't know the truth and was taken in. Kevin was sedated by Sadie. Then she scattered petals on the ground and lit many candles to prepare a place for them. Soon, Jennifer came to the villa with her pet dog. Suddenly, a message came to her cell phone again, asking her to take off her clothes and climb in. They used to play this kind of game, so Jennifer did it without thinking. After climbing up the stairs, she saw Kevin tied to the bed. Just as she were about to make out with her lover, Sadie suddenly appeared from behind and put a rope around Jennifer's neck. When Jennifer was under control, Sadie let the two people do what they want, so they didn't have to cheat on herself anymore. They were not stupid, naturally refused. Looking at Jennifer's crying face, Sadie brought the microwave oven and her dog. She claimed that, if Kevin didn't give her a good service, she would roast the dog on the spot. As a dog lover, Jennifer couldn't lie down and yelled at Kevin to perform oral sex on her. According to the normal order of cheating, they should eat after having sex. So Sadie tied them to chairs and began to feed them. But Sadie's not very good at it. After 2 bites, Jennifer vomited. She called Sadie a crazy woman. The crazy word stabbed Sadie in the pain. She electrocuted them by tying them to chairs. It turned out that Sadie was called a mad girl when she was a child, and she was treated in a mental hospital, during which she was electrocuted many times. So she decided to let them have a taste of what they had suffered. But suddenly the doorbell rang, and Kevin bedroom. When Sadie came back, she found no one on the bed and immediately searched around with a gun. By the swimming pool, Kevin made a surprise attack, knocked out Sadie's gun, and threw it into the water. Kevin escaped to the room, picked up the crossbow and shot Sadie. Kevin was injured in his right foot and couldn't run fast. He was soon overtaken by Sadie. The two scuffled next to the yacht. Just as the two sides were in a stalemate, Sadie used the fan blades of the yacht to stab Raffle in the throat. Then she moved the bald body to the driver's seat. After that, he imitated the injury on Jennifer's hand and hurt her own. Finally, she called the police, saying that someone broke into the villa, raped herself and killed her boyfriend. She shot the killer when he ran away. When the police arrived, they naturally thought it was the escaped murderer. Jennifer, who was knocked to death, was also considered to be the victim of Bareheaded. A few weeks later, she put on her new clothes and looked for her goal in the restaurant. Never despise the love of an extreme woman, because you never know what crazy things she will do for love. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.